there was the race between the US and Russia to get to space, and so that time was very government based. There was no commercial funding. And then
Yes.
they got some astronauts to the moon, and then from there to basically the 21st century, there was nothing. And then now we're
Yeah.
starting to see commercialization. So
Yeah.
can you talk about like what led to this change? Is it, technology? We had to wait for technology. Was it policies that changed? What happened?
Uh, I think that the most important part of it is uh, state space policy strategy. So, in the history, we could see space policy refer to the kind of strategy and regulatory framework, right? So,
Mhm.
so before the 2000, before the 2020, so many countries have a regulation to limit the using of technology. But nowadays, many countries have a kind of a strategy for a deregulation for space technology. So the history of space policy really begins with what is called old space, you know, so which is defined by the space race between the U.S. former Soviet Union. It is very important and famous story, right? So, but the from the 2000 or 2010s onward, the space race once led by the U.S., Russia, and Europe became more diverse with the new players joining. So, for example, China, India, and other African countries also participate in the kind of a space race too, in terms of commercialization. So the treaty about the UN or also the international kind of institution has kind of guideline to use this space-based technology as a commercialization tool. So because of this international treaty, they impact on the country's regulation or framework or law or guidelines too. So actually, this is exactly important change to the government.